Hello, beautiful family. Welcome back to GistAngle, your hub for hot gist and verified political updates. Still on the ADC Convention, and updates are still pouring in. Right now, we have a video clip of Rotimi Amaechi's speech where he didn't just come for the APC, he went straight at Tinubu. No need for too much talk. Watch and listen to him yourself. I'll be right back to break it all down and give you the full analysis. Stay tuned.
As a gentleman, if you watch when my name was mentioned, it was difficult for me to come up to speak. The reason why it was difficult is that what do you say to these men who have no shame? What do you say to the president? What do you say to his officers? They have no shame. Why would the government official try to deny you your right to gather when the constitution says you can gather? So what do you say to them? Who said he fought on the side of Nadeku? What is Nadeku? It means that it was an attempt to you call them thieves, they say they are thieves. They won't even deny that they are thieves. You call them land grabbers, they say yes, we grab land. So what are you going to tell them? Tell me what you tell them, so I can tell them. A man who said he's a Democrat, he was fighting on the side of Nadeku, be stopping democracy. Tell me what to tell President Tinubu. If you accuse me of what I did not do, I will go to any length to defend myself. These guys don't care. What they care about is money. That's all they care about. When we were coming APC, I don't know how many times President Tinubu met with me. I don't know how many times he told me how courageous I was. I don't know how many times he praised us for the space, the political space we had. Currently, the man doesn't care. They are using the institutions of government against the people of Nigeria. He doesn't care. So what kind of man is he? Okay, so let's address the issue. People are arguing. Say let the poor be allowed to bid at the poor of bidding. Introduce, I take 20% tax. He said the corrector will say that at 100 million in your account as a company, they will take 30 million. What are they doing with the money? I watched yesterday, Nasarawa. People were running away from their community, like civil war. The civil war image came back to my head. And I asked, look, when I was governor of Rivers State, you can't commit a crime in Rivers State and I will sleep. I'm not saying I will sleep. I won't sleep until I get you. When I get you, then I go to bed. Ask Enabelu, ask IG, Suleiman, but the commission police there. All of us will not sleep until the person is arrested. Here, the citizens are trekking from one place to another and civil war. I don't do nothing. We are going to address them at the airport. President, me, as governor, I went to the point where the citizens criminal fair and I addressed their community. The governor in Plateau was inside APC. The inside APC is armored personnel carrier to address the citizens. And we are in Nigeria. The first thing that we will do is if there is war, you will be in front. That's why you are a leader. If you don't want to be in front, then go back and allow others to lead. The taxes that have been imposed, wait, June is here. When they start collecting annual company tax, you will see what will happen. Nobody can buy petrol. Nobody can feed. Let me repeat for those who attack me. If you Nigerians are not hungry, I am. You can attack. It's terrible. And if you think President Tinubu will give you power, you are wasting your time. ADC must come together, decide on a viable candidate. It must be a viable candidate. We did it in APC. When we joined APC, we look for a viable candidate and we stop them. No ethnicity, no religion. If you do ethnicity, you are back to square one. It's ethnicity and religion that brought you here. It's no religion. Today we are here. If you go to the market, no Muslim market, no Christian market. The market is naira. It is up to you. God bless you. Thank you.
A friend who was in APC
Now you've just watched that clip of Rotimi Amaechi speaking at the ADC Convention. Let's take a proper look at what he said, what it means, and why this moment is more important than it may seem at first glance. First, this was not just an attack on Tinubu. Listening carefully, Amaechi's speech may sound like a direct criticism of President Bola Tinubu and the APC administration, but in reality, his primary audience was not the government. It was the opposition. When he made the statement that anyone expecting Tinubu to simply hand over power is wasting their time, he was establishing a basic political reality that power in Nigeria is contested, not conceded. That message is important because it challenges a pattern we've seen in recent elections, where opposition parties rely more on public dissatisfaction than on structured political strategy. Secondly, Amaechi was speaking from experience. Amaechi is not just commenting from the outside. He was a central figure in the political coalition that brought the APC to power in 2015. So when he referenced how power changed hands in that election, he was reminding his audience that electoral victory in Nigeria requires planning, coordination, and a clear candidate strategy. His argument is simple. The APC did not win by chance, and it will not lose by chance either. Thirdly, he raised concerns about the political environment. Another key aspect of his speech was his claim that opposition activities are being restricted, including difficulties in securing venues for events. Whether one agrees with this or not, the implication is clear. He is suggesting that the political playing field is not entirely even. This is significant because it introduces a different dimensions to the conversation, not just about elections, but about the broader democratic environment. Fourthly, the reference to democracy was deliberate. Amaechi's comment about someone who once fought for democracy now acting differently is widely seen as a reference to Tinubu's political history. This is a calculated statement. Rather than focusing on only current policies, Amaechi is questioning consistency between past political ideals and present governance. In political communication, that kind of argument is powerful because it targets credibility, not just performance. And when he described the situation in Nigeria as bad and terrible, he was aligning himself with the frustrations many Nigerians are currently expressing. This is a common political approach, connecting with public mood to strengthen relevance and relatability. However, beyond the emotion, it also serves as strategic purpose. It frames the current administration as vulnerable to political challenge. Now, the most critical part of Amaechi's speech is his emphasis on the need for a strong and viable candidate. He dismissed factors like ethnicity and religion as insufficient for winning elections and instead focused on competence and broad appeal. This is a direct call for opposition unity, and if we consider Nigeria's recent political history, fragmentation within opposition parties has often been a major reason for electoral losses. So in essence, Amaechi is not just criticizing the APC, he is advising the opposition on how to become competitive. Although the next general election may still seem far away, speeches like this indicate that political positioning has already begun. The ADC as a platform may be attempting to present itself as a unifying ground for opposition figures. Amaechi's speech fits into that broader effort, setting the tone for earlier alignment, coalition building, and strategic planning. To say that Amaechi finished Tinubu may be an exaggeration, but it is fair to say that he used this moment to do three important things. He challenged the current administration, he questioned aspects of the political environment, and most importantly, he laid out a framework for opposition strategy. In politics, moments like this are not always about immediate impact. They are about shaping conversations, influencing alignments, and preparing for what comes next. And from that perspective, this speech is less about today and more about 2027. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you see this as a serious political shift or just another round of political rhetoric?
It's GistAngle.